Where are they?
They're probably upstairs.
They never answered the door. Oh, wait. It's Monday night.
They're on the second floor.
Hey guys, welcome back to Second Floor Sessions. Today we have another guest, a special guest, a very, very long time friend of mine. Have went around the world with
and
him.
mine too.
Okay, just not as long,
Not as long, but
not as many stories and memories. Anyway, great guy. Matt knows him too, but Ryan Stevens is with us.
Yep. We got Ryan today. Thanks for tuning back in on the second floor. Ryan's super special to me. Awesome customer of mine. But we're going to get into who Ryan is and his story. So let's just get in it.
Yeah, and just to speed everybody up a little bit here. So, just like me and Matt, friendship has kind of went off the rails with lives. So, yeah, we say we're really good friends and have been, but literally hardly ever talk to each other, just because of what we do. So,
But we could pick up all three of us could pick up the phone like tonight and say, hey, come on. Like, I need this, I need that. And we would be there for each other.
facts. So today, we're catching up with everybody else.
Yep.
So, all right, Ryan, start us out. Who is Ryan? What have you done?
There's nothing really special about me, but and to be honest with you, I really didn't want to come do this tonight.
That makes us feel good.
Well,
Well, it was a quick notice. So
It was. We'd already wrote it off.
No preparation
right
here.
off the bat, yeah.
No,
but,
no preparation.
When I got off the phone, I couldn't get it off my mind that somebody out there might need to hear this story. And it'll get tough, but we'll get through it. If you just bear with me through it. But I just a kid, born in Knoxville. We moved down to Philadelphia about first grade. I spent my whole school time in Philadelphia until high school. I believe me and Bo met in Philadelphia when we was playing basketball together. You didn't go to Philadelphia, I don't think.
We met before that.
Yeah.
We were playing. We knew who each other were because we played basketball together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Met Matt, I believe, in high school.
High school.
time.
Yep. Freshman or sophomore year, something like that.
But I had good times in school. Can't say much for it. I didn't really care for it. I don't think much of any of us really did. But
No, we had to do it though.
Nor did we use a ton of it. Obviously, some of it we do.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but they don't use a whole lot of it.
No.
Not a fraction of what we thought we learned.
We had to endure. Yeah.
we got through those days.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good times.
This is the first time I ever remember seeing Ryan, and I don't remember exactly where we were at, but I know he was riding a skateboard.
Oh yeah.
And he used to burn some skateboarding up.
Yeah.
And
Back in my latter days.
still to this day, I could not get on one right now without breaking something. I would absolutely hit the ground to this day.
We're definitely probably breaking some of our
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, as far as like, I've tried skateboarding, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
We did everything. Bicycles, skateboards.
Oh,
We tried rollerblades once.
We skated a bunch. Yeah.
I could do some rollerblading.
Well, see, we had
But-
friends that Brody being one of them that they played hockey and rollerblade had a rollerblade hockey team they played for. So
It's
it was
hard to believe.
It was natural for them, but yeah, we all skated. We had a big time doing that.
Yeah.
How did you even get to somewhere where I didn't even know that Loudon at that time had anything to do with skating. Like, what did you...
We didn't. We didn't have skate parks back then.
No.
Most of the time, we'd ride down to Philadelphia school and skate around around the school,
Or even
and
at
stuff.
the high school. We
Yeah.
got to where we'd go that far.
Okay.
Back when you could roam the country and be somewhat safe, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, we used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I used to use Ryan as like a little cheat code in high school through chemistry class. I had to get a couple answers off of him. I absolutely hated chemistry, couldn't stand it. But anyways, him and Lucas. Him and Lucas
Oh,
both.
Lucas.
Best?
Yeah, best. The old best. Yeah.
I'd like to see him. I ain't seen him in a long
I
time.
work with him now.
Yeah,
He works there.
I'd like to see
he,
him.
he
I
bought
ain't
he
seen
bought a
him.
mower from me.
Yeah.
Sure did.
I sent 2 of them out here and still ain't got no commission.
Well, I'll get you that commission check. I will.
Okay.
It's in the mail, I think.
I didn't realize we was working off commission. And stuff like that.
Oh,
Only with real good friends.
yeah, right. That's it. Well, let's since we kind of got through, a little bit of, let's talk about when you graduated school. Where did you go? What was the?
Not long right after graduation, I actually moved to Orlando, Florida to go to motorcycle school, MMI in Orlando. Spent 2 years there and graduated from there, being certified in Suzuki and Honda motorcycles.
That's cool.
As long as 2 years of my life.
Yeah. Mine too, trust me. Mine too.
I went to the orientation with you.
Yeah, we went to,
I went to the orientation
Wow.
with him.
Okay.
It was in like North Carolina or something, wasn't it?
me and Alan Van went too. Did Alan go with us?
We rode with your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Alan may have been in there, but
I think Alan went with us too.
was it in North Carolina?
It was the NASCAR school though.
Yeah. That's what we went.
Yeah, we went there, and I don't think it was orientation. I think we were just touring
it or something?
Yeah, looking at it.
Well, somehow I went, and I wasn't planning on going, but I got in that car. I was with them all the time,
Well,
man.
you should have went.
Nah.
I enjoyed the school itself. I didn't enjoy the area. Orlando was a horrible place.
Yeah, I don't like
If
Orlando.
you're any person like me, but the school was really good. I really liked the theory that they taught you about everything. Like the first 6 weeks of that school was all book work, just telling you the theory behind even a 4-stroke engine, how it works, why it works, and just went through down to the scientific level of what causes this engine to work. And it was really interesting stuff, and learned a lot, but came up here and didn't really use it at all.
I remember that.
Because Petro there wanted to hire me to work the counter, be a counter person at first, and I told him no. I
Gosh,
wasn't
that was so
doing that.
short. Man, I do remember that now.
Yeah,
It wasn't long.
It was literally like
Yeah,
2 weeks,
yeah.
maybe 3 weeks.
Because Petro came calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Petro called and
the
said
job
they'll hire
opened.
you as a mechanic starting out. And, went that route, worked there with my brother, and learned a whole lot more stuff. Became a ASE Master Tech. Wound up actually going to an internal competition they do there, and I think I took 10th place in that competition between everybody. So that gave me rights to go to the national competition. In 2017, I got to do the national competitions back down in Orlando,
Can't get away. Can't get away.
but we did get to stay at the World Center Marriott down there, a really nice hotel, and that was an experience, and
Nice.
enjoyed that. Had a good time. Felt really dumb during that. You know, you got these people watching you do these hands-on things and stuff, but
The people, I guess, so is it the people that are judging or watching you?
yeah, they're
So they know it
watching you,
inside and out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it would be.
I don't know that they know it inside and out, but they got the answer right there.
Okay.
So they know the answer.
Okay.
And there was crazy stations in there that I'd never even thought about, like a cyber security station for trailers, like wiring GPS to their semi trailers and.
So you had to
tracking
know
them
how
and
to
stuff.
get through that?
Yeah, I didn't.
You
I
never-
promise you, I failed that one.
Yeah. so out of those 10, or out of when you placed 10th, how many technicians are we talking there? And was it like Tennessee? Was it like nationwide?
That's nationwide with all sites,
Gosh, that's crazy.
and they also took.
We must have had some dumb technicians.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, that makes me feel good.
God.
Anyway, so nationwide. So how many people do you think was competing in there?
I feel like there was probably 25 or 30 there, and the problem was they took like the first 8 anyway, because a lot of them had already been to the national competition, and if you go to the national competition and win a particular station, you score the highest, they automatically take you the next year.
So this is
TA
like
and
this is
Petro
like
is.
Petro's trying to be proud of themselves, saying, "Hey, these are the guys we
Yeah.
employ, and they've won this competition against other competitors."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Pretty neat, though. Yeah.
And there was prizes too. I don't even remember what all the prizes were, but I didn't win any prizes. But I did get a free trip to Orlando to do that, and the crazy part to think about in that is that national competition is all companies nationwide. FedEx, everybody was there,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and
Ryder, whoever's got techs for
Yeah.
semis.
Wow.
and the first day you do a written test, which is like 100-question ASE test, and you have to score high enough in that to even make it to the hands-on competition. And I scored high enough in that to make it. I believe they only took 100, or maybe close to 200. I ain't sure how many they took for the truck side. You could do truck side or you could do trailer side competition, and I picked truck, and I scored high enough in that, and wound up taking, I think, 56 or 57 in the nation. That was my final score. And I'm proud of that myself.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
something to
awesome.
speak about, but again, I felt really dumb in it.
So you think there was like 100 to 200 people in that?
After the written test, there was only like 100 left.
Okay.
Before that, there was all kinds. I don't even know how many.
Okay.
But
I got you.
That's all.
you had to score high enough on the written part to even make it to the second day.
So you're half as good. Well, let's not say that. You were
Once upon a time, I was.
better than half of the people that could have tried. In
Yeah.
other words, you're
Give or
close
take.
to it.
Give or take. Yeah.
Close to it.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, actually it is. Absolutely.
I have no accomplishments like that.
You didn't know that about me, did you?
No, I didn't know those specifics. No, I did not. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took. It was either 56th or 57th in the nation.
What's pretty
in
wild
2017.
is when I remember when he got out of there and he started. I guess that's why I thought about it when he started working with us. I was like, man, he's gonna find like a motorcycle job, and then it wasn't.
I
Like,
wanted to.
and then he went to work on big trucks. I was like, dang, as you went from motorcycles, a little bitty, little intricate, all this to like big, huge, So I thought, well, I guess, whatever. But it was good money too, though. I guess the money probably would outdo probably the motorcycle mechanic side of it.
Well,
At a certain level.
Well, the problem with motorcycles in Tennessee is it's seasonal, and there's not a lot here as far as
true.
motorcycle shops go.
Yeah,
without
everybody
starting it
wants
on your
freaking
own.
Harley
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And I hate working on them things.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those mechanics, you don't really have. There's not a lot of places like that. Well, at least not right here that I know of.
Yeah.
So how long were you at Petro total?
I was going into my 9th year there, I believe.
So I've got to imagine. I know that they're 24/7, so that's working day shift and night shift at some time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bulk of my days there, I was 4 to midnight, and most of the time that turned into 4 to 4, and a lot of late nights.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I've got to imagine.
Yeah.
I just can't even begin to imagine that there never was, like, it was just calm and cool. I've got to imagine at a truck stop full of truckers and what goes on and the nightlife at truck stops. You bound to witness something that is stuck in your head.
yeah, I could probably tell a few stories, but I shouldn't.
I don't mean like witnessing the murders here or nothing. I'm talking about just something diabolical you'd never think that you'd witness. You don't remember anything that you could speak of?
Nothing great for on air.
Okay, well, if it's not good, skip it.
I don't know what good. I'm not saying anything. bad.
What good could come
comes
from it?
out of a truck stop? I mean,
Well-
honestly, I'm sure there are people out there. I don't mean anything by that, but You stop at some truck stops late at night, you see all kinds of stuff.
Well, that's
you
what
do.
I was
I
getting
know,
at.
yeah. So there's nothing that's going to be that I would probably want to talk about.
But you got to think. I mean, it ain't like he's sitting there staring outside looking. I mean, he's working on stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I can tell one thing I just thought of. I used to have to do Landstar inspections. I was one of the only ones that could inspect Landstar trucks, and one guy, I couldn't even remember his name now if I had to, but he drove one of them big house type semis and would always come to me for his inspections. Every time he'd pull up, he'd hand me a plate full of chocolate chip cookies, fresh baked out of the truck.
Wow.
Really? Out of the okay. Like he baked them and like he lived around
his
there.
wife lived in there with him and rode with him everywhere.
So that's
so
something
she-
good. That's something
That
good
is something
there.
good.
That is something
Had a
good.
plate of
yeah.
cookies every time I
Were
showed
they
up.
good?
Yeah, it was
Well, that's
good.
what you need, to play chocolate chip cookies working night
They were
shift.
still warm.
Had some milk.
Yeah. Go ahead and grab a big thing of milk. Well, that is one thing though in the automotive industry. People bring like baked goods and
Yeah.
stuff to you all the time, you know. So
I'd done some work for a customer on a lawnmower. Well, he got some bad gas, whatever the case was, and had water in his gas tank. I drained it out, charged him an hour labor. He come back the next morning with the best. I've never ate anything like it. It was like a deep fried donut, like crispy. I don't know how you get it crispy, like on the outside, super crispy, and soft in the middle, with strawberries and whipped cream and all kinds of stuff in it. It was amazing.
and this dude had made this.
He bought it somewhere. He told me his wife made it when he first come, and then we brought it back when he come back to me to pick his mower back up. He did tell me that he bought it somewhere, and I
I wonder
don't.
where he bought it at.
They sit down at Tasty Kings. So the one down here in
Sweetwater?
no, this one's in Vonore now. The one I've got one here in Vonore.
Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
right down the road. So
Well, you'll be over there every time the doors are open.
yeah.
Surprised he ain't been there yet.
Well, what happened? This is what's funny is he went back home, done the same thing again, the same exact fuel. He's 80 years old, but he just forgot, and he remembered after it quit running again. So he drained the gas on it the second time, and he brought it back to me to make sure he got all the water out of it, which I think he kind of did.
What did he do? Leave the cap off?
No, undoubtedly he got a batch of bad gas somewhere, had water in it, and I told him, I said, make sure, because this thing was full of water, and he done the same thing again. Went straight back home, filled it up out of the same jug. I felt bad for him. He's 80 years old, you know.
Man,
And so I didn't charge him anything. He's like, you're going to get one in the morning. I was like, okay. So he probably bring me one tomorrow.
over there.
yeah. Yeah. But
Okay,
anyway,
working for dessert.
yeah, working for sweets.
So 9 years in the big truck world.
More than that. When I left there, I went to XPO
Oh, that's right, logistics.
for almost a year before the city job came up. Nice government job with great benefits that I just couldn't pass up. So
Absolutely.
that's where I currently work now.
I bet you were happy when you got to quit driving to Knoxville.
Yeah, it was 52 miles one way up the Forks of the River.
Well, I thought I was bad. I had 40. I was like 42, 43 a day is what I would push. Whew.
Not a day, one way.
One way. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
one way.
And
Now, you use that one way or a day?
That's one
That's
way.
what I thought. Yes, over 100 miles. Yeah,
100,
wow.
Yeah, about 104, I think it was. And I was not overnights, so I was driving to work I had to be there at 9, so I was driving to work at 8 o'clock at night. And by the time that year was up, I got to where I was falling asleep going to work at night. So it got a little hairy sometimes.
That would be awful.
Man, I can't do that.
There was many days driving home, windows wide open, 20 degrees outside, just
That's
smacking
rough.
myself
Just trying,
to get home.
That's
Yeah.
rough, boy.
And
That's rough.
We've had an episode on here about that. We talked about that. We both fell asleep driving before. I have multiple times.
I can do it in broad daylight now.
Yeah, no, I can too. One time
I think it's just an age thing.
Yeah, getting too old for our own good.
Yeah, I get fired up, ready to go to the beach, man, on the
Yeah.
way, and I dread driving back. Heck, I won't make it to Chattanooga. I'll make you gotta drive. I can't drive no further. That's as far as I can get.
Depressed.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like getting there. I'm just fired up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go, and man, I make it like 2 counties away, and I'm like, you're gonna have to drive for a little while. Let me get some sleep.
See, it always feels like to me the return trip home is always quicker.
Faster.
Though.
It
Seems that
does.
way.
Yes, for me it does.
It just
Yeah.
seems that way. I know it ain't, but
Yeah, it does
Just
me.
Seems like an easier trip.
It always does for me too.
And maybe it's because I'm tired of the beach by the time I get.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta get back
done
home.
with it.
Yeah, I am too. There's some people who live there, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
I want to get back home. Well, so we've made it through Petro.
When'd you get married?
You have to ask that question.
You better answer it right. That's all I can say.
Got married about 6 or 7 years ago to Amber.
Okay. Perfect.
And we had 2 children, and that's the tough part I want to speak about. If y'all are ready.
I can tell you right now, I ain't ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, but we'll get through it.
I ain't ready. Here we go. Stay tuned here, right here. This is what we need to pay attention to. Here we go.
We had 2 children, Eli, Elijah, and Everly. And thank the good Lord we still have Everly at this time, but my son passed away when he was 4, and I wanted to go through this section here in the Bible.
And this is important, though. And how long ago was that?
That was 2016. That was November 20th, 2016.
Boy, it doesn't feel like
10 years
wild,
ago.
Yeah.
Well, will be.
Yeah.
Will be.
Yeah.
Okay, so the listeners know it. 10 years ago that happened. Here we go.
I want to read to you this section. It's probably the hardest part of the Bible for me, but it also has my favorite verse in it that we'll get to. But we'll start 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 13. And it says, And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, The Lord also hath put away thy sin, thou shalt not die. Howbeit, because this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall surely die. And Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought God for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. Now, as I read that section there, I think back to it, and I think we can all say we have been that man. We're the sinner. I was the sinner, and I was that man. But we see, we know this. If you know the story, David had a child with Bathsheba, and he wound up killing Uriah, her husband, because of it. It's just a totally bad situation, full of sin. Nothing like that, but nothing to discount that I was a sinner. And this day come upon us. It was November 20th, 2016, as I said. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. And, it was a Sunday. I remember it being Sunday, and we didn't go to church back then. I didn't even know the Lord back then. But we went to the grocery store, and I remember that morning we ate pancakes. These are the things I can remember, and I remember on the ride home just looking back at him and looking in his eyes. And I can remember that, but the thing that pains me is I can't remember the last words. And it hurts. I ain't gonna lie like it don't, but it happened, and if you read further in the beginning of this story, there's kind of a warning shot, and I think back to my life, even that there was a warning shot for us. He had seizures before, and
Well, y'all were trying to battle that.
yeah, we had him at doctors and checking, and nobody found nothing, of course, but there was no rhyme or reason to it. The doctors told us it was febrile, that he was sick with something and his fever spiked real fast and caused a seizure. Said it's real common in boys, and that was a way for us to dismiss it, I guess you would say. And
Well, it's uncommon for people
yeah,
to have seizures. I mean, it is uncommon for what happened to Eli.
yeah,
I mean, for that to happen.
that's all it was. We laid him down in bed for a nap when we got back from the store, and he had a seizure and got over on his face and couldn't breathe. Not even 15 feet from him. Nothing I could have done. But I was the one that went in and found him, and I'm thankful that I didn't freeze by no means. I tried CPR until the paramedics got there, and when they got there, they continued on him, and I rode in the ambulance, and that's the other part I want to get to in that verse. It says, David therefore besought God for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. And I think back to that night, and that was the first time I called out for the Lord, and since I was a kid, I failed is what I done. But I called out to him in the ambulance, but it had already been decided at that point. And I believe if we read more of this story here, it's amazing to me how this goes with it. Verse 17 says, and the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did eat bread with them. That's talking about David. And it came to pass on the 7th day that the child died. And the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, behold, while the child was yet alive, we spake unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How will he then vex himself if we tell him that the child is dead? And I look back on that night, and I feel that the paramedics probably knew when they come in. I looking back on it now, there were signs, and I believe they knew, but they didn't want to tell us there. But when we got to the hospital, they kept working on him, and finally the doctor in the room leaned down over my head and told me, "There's nothing else we can do." And
Woo!
I can't even begin to describe to you how that feels, and I know, and I hope nobody else out there goes through it, but I know that people do.
But they will.
That's why I'm here. I want to share this, and it says, but when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, is the child dead? And they said, he is dead. And it says in verse 20, it says, then David arose from the earth, and washed and anointed himself, and changed his apparel, and came into the house of the Lord, and worshipped. Then he came to his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and they did eat. So as we see that, I think back to my salvation day. The best day since we spent, since he passed, we spent 2 of the longest years of my life just searching. You know, we didn't know he was searching at the time, but there was nothing you could grab a hold of that would help it at all. You know, I was a drinker then, and I didn't get into any drugs, but I look back on it now, and we were blessed to still have Everly, because I don't know where we'd have been at that point if she would have been gone. And I can't imagine the pain of people that lose them all, and I know it happens. But I think back to my salvation. I'm lucky that the church that I'm at, East Hills, there in Loudon, the people were in the right spot at the right time. The preaching was in the right spot at the right time. It was actually my brother and sister-in-law that took Everly to Bible school, and we didn't go. Amber and I didn't go, but we went for commencement night to watch
Everly.
watch her, and it wasn't for Everly. It was for me and Amber, and I just remember I'd always thought way back in my life that, what if God is not real? Well, what's this life for if it was not real? And I never knew the truth until that night, that he's real. And he came calling upon my heart that night, and I can't even tell you what the preaching was about. But I remember my heart just thumping out of my chest. And I tell every time I tell the story of my salvation that I feel like my heart was going to jump out of my body and run up to that altar without me if I didn't go. And thankfully I went, and I stepped out, and Amber stepped out, and I don't remember seeing nothing at that point but that altar. I just seen tunnel vision, and that's where I had to go. And as soon as I got down there, relief.
Peace.
The most relief you've ever felt in your life. If you've never experienced salvation, you've got to seek it. You've got to seek it. I can't say all the pain is gone. I can't, obviously.
No, I'm sure.
But
absolutely,
he helps me through it now. He's always there for me. I anointed myself, changed my apparel, and came into the house of the Lord. I'm a new creature in Christ Jesus, and I can tell you, he changes you. It was just probably 2 weeks after that the preaching actually got to the drinking, and that was for me as well. And I decided to go down there and lay it down. I ain't touched it since. I ain't needed to. Does my flesh still want a little?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Absolutely.
But the Lord can take that from you. The Lord, I used to cuss like a sailor. I'm sure y'all remember.
We all did.
Oh no, I don't remember.
No. He was always a good one.
Good little boy.
But the Lord can fix it all. He can be that alcohol for you, that drug for you. He can be it all. But you got to seek him. You got to ask for it. It's a free gift. It doesn't cost you a dime. But you got to seek it. You got to ask.
It's super special.
Yeah.
Salvation is. It's something, if you have, like he said, if it's and people sometimes think that we're crazy, or we're this, or we're that, which we might be a little bit crazy. But man, I can remember. I'll say this, and I ain't gonna dive deep into it because tonight you're not. But I remember talking about, people's like, well, you can't talk to Jesus. You can't talk. Yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
I remember just when we were in treatment. This was one of my most, we were going through, our cancer treatment, and they were doing his resection surgery, and the doctor said, we're going to have to go in there and take it out. I'm like, okay, and in my flesh, I wanted that miracle story.
Yeah.
I wanted that miracle story. I wanted it when they went in there to go get it. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I was sitting up in the breezeway up there, and I'll never forget. And I was just out there by myself, and they were in there. The next morning was going to be resection surgery, and man, it was like me and him, like us just sitting in here talking right now. I'm sitting out there on the bench and I'm just praying, and I remember him saying, just as plain as day, this is what I'm asking for as a human, and it was like a slap in the face when he told me. He said, if I do this, you're just gonna. That's what I prayed for, and that's it.
Yeah.
So for the next 18 months, because they go in there, and the next, for the next 18 months, man, I was heavy in prayer.
Yeah.
But he did tell me that, and it's so wild. I keep saying it's wild. It's not wild. It's just the way God works.
Yeah.
But that your son's not, his life's not in jeopardy. Is what there's just always this revolving door. For me, it felt like it was to bring all of our family, all of, friend, just everyone closer to him, because that's realistically what matters, and I remember when they went and done the resection surgery, doctor said take 4 hours. He was almost under the knife for 9 hours. It was going on 9 hours, and you talking about a dude over here. It was absolutely, I was in a bad way, because I was already expecting, because I'd done accepted that I didn't accept what he had told me, and I was already in my flesh. The next morning I wake up, I'm in flesh mode again.
Yeah.
We're going to have a miracle today, and then we've got a 4-hour surgery that turns into a 9-hour surgery, and it went from a golf ball size, and then the doctor comes out, because I'm up there at 4 hours. Boom, I'm up there. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
They're still in surgery. 6 hours. Boom, I'm back up there. Now, y'all got to let me know. Well,
Something's going wrong now.
The doctor comes out.
That's
Yeah,
what
something's
you're thinking.
happened.
That's what
Yeah,
you're thinking.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the doctor comes out almost 8 or 9 hours later, and he's like, it's the size of a softball. A softball. It went from a golf ball, and I thought, okay, Lord. All right, I will never have to do this again, But anyways, anyway, we'll move on. We'll pass. We'll wait till a later date.
We'll wait
for
till
that.
Coop's story. That's Coop's. That's Coop's time.
But anyways, I understand so much about when the Lord talks to you, and you know it. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
It's
It's something special. It's something special.
absolutely.
That was good.
I remember when that happened. You remember when I came over to your house? You probably don't even remember it.
After Eli passed,
Yeah.
I remember seeing you at the funeral home. I remember that.
I came over the next day. Michael was there. I didn't go because it was in the evening.
Yeah.
It was in the evening. It was
Later, yeah.
nighttime and all that stuff. You said it was a Sunday?
Yep.
So then it would have been Monday after work, I guess. I came home and I told Megan, I said, I'm going to go over Ryan's. I'm like, I don't know what to expect,
Yeah.
but I'm going to go over there. And I remember you coming out and talking to me about it. Just, I couldn't believe that you were the way you were. He was just probably in shock and trying to understand everything, I'm sure. But I remember just thinking, God, he's so strong.
Oh, I went at the funeral home. I told Alex, I said, I don't even know how I can go in here. I said, I don't even know. I don't think. You find strength through Christ through something like this. But like you said, at that time, it wasn't even there.
That's why I think he was just like,
It was such a
because I feel like that's probably the way I'd be.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
I think you realize how helpless you are.
yeah,
I can't.
yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
why.
you didn't even remember me coming over there. So,
Yeah.
but I remember going over there.
Yeah.
I went over. I
Look,
didn't.
you wasn't important at that time.
I don't think. No, I wasn't. But I don't think I talked to Amber.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I didn't, because I think I stayed outside. I think, and probably Brittany was inside with Amber. Michael was there. I talked to Michael first.
Yeah.
And
they had already lost Hayden at birth.
yeah,
So they had already been through it. But
I've never done it either way, but I think that's totally different.
yeah.
I do. And I've already talked to Matt about this. my youngest spent a lot of days in ICU. And it wasn't. I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Like Megan did.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying. When you get in a relationship with, how old was he?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Not taking away from even a baby being born that that doesn't make it.
Yeah, it's all hard. I'm not dealt with none of
It
that.
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
not dealt with none
Absolutely
of
hurts
it.
too.
But it's just you're comparing two things that are so much alike, yet to me so far apart. Though.
Yeah.
I can understand what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You go through life after, and just a memory will pop in and just tear you to pieces, or you could smile and enjoy it. And
Yeah, I'm sure.
you're always walking around with an empty seat beside you, and it kills you. It does.
Yeah, no, I guarantee it does.
But-
I guarantee it does.
I've got a helper.
Yeah, we
I
do.
can't-
We do. Absolutely.
I get sad, but he's always right there to say, hey, that's the part I want to get to. We got to verse 21, and it says, Then said his servants unto him, What thing is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was yet alive. But when the child was dead, thou didst rise and eat bread. And he said, While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, Who can tell whether God will be gracious to me that the child may live? But now he is dead. My favorite verse in the Bible. But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. And the man that taught me that went through the same thing. Lost his daughter. I believe it was a heart issue. She was having surgery on her heart, but I believe she passed away on the operating table.
The preacher?
No, this man's name was...
Oh, that taught you the message.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In Sunday school, probably the next week, because we got into church after we got saved. The next week after we got saved, it was either the next week or the
Isn't
week
it amazing how that stuff lines up?
after. Absolutely amazing. He
Isn't it
taught me
amazing?
that.
It's almost like it was designed.
He had been through it. He knew it, and that lesson was for me.
He didn't know you was coming Sunday.
No,
He didn't
he
know, you
didn't
was
know
coming.
me from Adam
I know,
at that
yeah,
point.
Yeah, he didn't know. Yeah, exactly.
I cried on his shoulder and hugged him afterwards. It was there for me. This story is there for
Isn't
me.
that so wild how God works? It's crazy.
It's and
And here to think you wasn't coming, then, right?
that's what I said. I hope somebody out there needs a good story. 'Cause
Absolutely. It's powerful.
Everything about the Lord is a good story.
Absolutely.
No matter how painful, no matter what situation you go through in life, He's right for it. He can help you through it. He may not always take it away and give you that miracle,
Yeah, absolutely. No,
but He can walk you through it
he can.
if you'll trust in Him, if you'll ask for it. But you got to seek it. You got to seek salvation. And the one that taught me that has now passed away, and I look back on it, and his last service was the day Everly got saved.
Wow.
His last service of being there. And I don't,
So is he an older guy?
he was late 40s, I believe, but
Dang.
he had bad heart issues. He'd been in the military and everything.
Is that not
but
crazy though? Golly bum.
Yeah.
It's just like it's set up.
Yeah.
I mean, that is crazy.
he,
I mean, if you'd have said 80, I wouldn't have thought much about it. But
Yeah.
or he was 70, but 40 years old. Yeah, there was definitely a reason that he was put in your path for sure.
and I don't know much about their story, but I know they used to go to church up in Knoxville, and for whatever reason they started coming down to our church there at East Hills and
Oh, where is that? Where is that at?
back behind Carl's.
We're next to Lewis Lackland. lived.
Okay.
Across the bridge.
You ever know what happened to him?
No.
Okay. We talk about it at work a lot.
No,
I didn't know you just brought
He
the
was
name.
he was at a living facility.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew more than I knew. How'd
Well-
you find that out?
Well, that's just what I wasn't a reliable source, but it was JD told me that 10 years ago. So
Okay.
I told
We
you.
still don't know where he's at, so
I don't even know if he's still living. But
we
anyway,
don't know.
That's the main point I wanted to get across, is to seek Jesus. Mm-hmm. I know people search for him in all different things, in the bottle, in the pills, in whatever. Mm-hmm. But he's right for all of it, and he can fix it.
Well, I knew you guys having Everly would have been your saving grace. I mean, keeping you busy, having something else to do.
Yep.
You can't give up because of it. All those things. I mean, at that time when that happened, we only had one. And I'm like, God, if that happens to me, I'm done for. Ain't got nothing to live for, nothing to do. That's the way I would have felt.
It
That would have been terrible.
it completely changes your life, but
sure can't imagine. I
yeah,
can't.
with Jesus you can walk through. it.
Yeah, well, you're living proof. Absolutely.
So, I've got a question about that. And yes, I've drank many a beers with you back in the day. But to me, alcohol, and there's a lot of people out there, including close people that I know, that have issues with alcoholism or have been an alcoholic or are an alcoholic or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, I have never felt the incredible desire to have it. I've never felt the need, the want, or the addiction to it.
Yeah.
I can have a couple beers and not until somebody offers me one, not have another one.
Yeah.
It could be months.
Yeah.
I've never had that draw that just made me feel like I've got to have it or I want to do it. But a lot of people can't look away from it.
Yeah.
When you gave it up, how did you feel about it? Did you feel like that was something you had to have? Not from like, I want it, but like a necessity.
I didn't feel that way about it.
Like, or in other words, did you feel like, I mean, before you decided to put it down because you felt like that was contributing
Yeah.
to everything bad around you, I guess. Did you feel like, well, I can quit this if I want to? Did you feel like that?
I always
And like truly feel that way?
thought
or-
I felt that way, but looking back on it now, I don't think I would probably still be drinking now.
You don't think you could have done it?
No.
Or you didn't want to bad enough to do
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I definitely didn't want to bad enough.
My thing was I was always afraid.
That you get hooked on
I
it?
never have drunk a liquor. I don't even know. I know what it smells like, but I have no idea what it tastes like. I don't know. I was scared to death I mean, of course, part of me wants to try it, just see what it tastes like. But the problem
you
is,
can try it. It
is
ain't
my
nothing.
family. No, well, here's the thing.
If you've got it in your family, you mean?
A lot of my family is addicted, just like you're saying, like cannot put it down.
Well,
And am I going to be that?
not
you know what
if
I mean?
if you tasted it, no, not that. You
Yeah,
have
well.
to. You would have to. You would have to consume it.
You'd have
for
to
you
get the effects of it,
Yeah, you would have to
the
have
buzz off of it.
Or, well, it might take more than just that.
I
but,
don't know.
But the
that's why-
thing is it would creep up on you. You'd never know it. The next thing you're in this darkened slump that some people get into that I can't even fathom and understand because I don't have it, so I don't know.
Well,
But
that was my reason of never drinking it. I was afraid of it. I don't care to say. I was afraid of this stuff. I don't know what it's going to do to me. I know what it done to my uncle. I know what it done to my other uncle. I seen all that stuff.
but I don't think they were.
My aunt.
I don't think they were trying it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, they probably wasn't
It's
trying
not
it,
like-
but they tried it one time.
trying a Bud Light. It's not like trying
I
this
know.
meth.
Yeah.
That is not the same.
Yeah, well,
Like, you don't
I
just
know.
take a little meth and then yeah, okay, it's not the same thing. So,
Well, I'm just saying that's why I've never had any.
well, it ain't gonna do you no favors. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
right now.
there you go. There you go.
You ain't gonna get nothing from it.
But
So.
there's two reasons that I completely stay away from it. One is with my story and the way it went, and laying it down and truly giving it to him, and not needing it anymore. I feel like it'd be a sin for me to pick one back up.
Yeah.
No,
For
no,
one.
absolutely.
And for two, I think it would hurt my testimony if I still needed that. You know, if I want, I can't lie like my flesh ain't wanted one.
I'm
you
sure.
know, in
absolutely.
these years, but if I still needed it, it would hurt that testimony. There's power
That's powerful,
in
though. That's
a
awesome.
testimony with God, and I don't want to hurt that.
As soon as you said 2 Samuel, I was like, he's going to read that story.
Yeah,
It's coming. And it was, it's perfect. Oh, it's great.
it it lines up with every bit of it, and
You're
it
not
amazes
kidding.
me.
It's, yeah. Wow.
Now, does Amber have her own stuff that she's linked together on her side, or what?
I'm sure she does.
I didn't know if she's like vocalized it and said like you
I
have.
can't say we've talked much about each other's feelings in the situation,
Yeah.
but I know she has struggles just like I do.
I'm sure.
And all you can do is try to be there, and
In that moment.
and I look back on it and our situation. You know, we were made for each other. I know the situation we got together, but there was something stronger pulling us together for this. I believe to walk through this
Wow,
together.
yeah. Even
and
further
I
back.
didn't know it back then.
Yeah, even further back. Yeah.
But I feel like we was made to walk this journey together.
Sometimes it takes something stronger than any of us are to pull people the way in the direction you need to go in.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times did I try to get you to come over to my house on a Saturday night and spend the night and go to church with us on Sunday?
Yeah.
How many times did you do that? Do you remember?
I remember going a few times with
It-
you there
there
in
was-
town, but
There was a few times. Now, I was made to go.
yeah.
You know, it wasn't like I had a choice. You know, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. When I'm like I'm not a Bible thumper. I went to church for 18 years straight unless I had strep throat. That is the only time I got to not go. I mean, so I was forced in it. So when I got 18, you know, old dad here now. Dad's grown. I ain't going. I don't want to go. I'll go here later if I want to. Whatever, you know. And so I was at an early age. I was pushed away from the church. It's just like everything else. I'm stubborn, so don't push me to do it if you want me to do it. Tell me you don't want me to do it, and then I'm more than likely going to do it. You know, I'm opposite of that. So my parents. No, and they didn't go. They made me go with my aunt and my mama. You know, you had went before. You know how we did it, but I was forced to go, and it put a bad taste in my mouth. Not towards church itself, but just towards. I don't know. It's like I wanted to make my own decision. If I could decide to do something different now that I was made to do before, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It gave me power, I guess you could say. You know, and I mean, truthfully, at that point, I mean, I still was at the house. I mean, they could have probably made me go, you know, if they wanted to, but they just kind of gave up on me, I guess, and thought, well, here it is.
And he's
He can
18.
kinda do what he wants.
Right.
So it took a long time. I mean, I still went back every now and then, but it took a long time for me to get comfortable back in it, or to have a true desire to want to go. And nowadays it's weaker than it ever was because of, oh gosh, I don't want to sound like somebody playing a blame game here, but we travel on Sundays to travel ball, and it's not every Sunday though, you know. And Megan, ever since COVID and Avery, those two things, my youngest boy and COVID, you know, the church is shut down for a while and you couldn't go and all of that. And at that time I was teaching Sunday school, you know, I was in it. I was in it all the time, and we went and
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we had you know, it's almost like you need to be, in order to get there every Sunday. For me, it is, you need to have the habit of going. You know, it's easy for me to fall out of the habit and fall out of what it takes to get there. Because for me, My church, I'm gonna go to one or two churches. I'm either gonna go, and I don't go with the Nazarene like I used to downtown Loudon.
Yeah.
I go to Corinth if we wake up late, and everybody's not sick, and there's not a travel ball game at 11, and blah 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 blah. And if we wake up early enough, we'll make the 30-minute drive all the way to Madisonville to go, to our home church where we're actually members at. So, but it's one of the two. But it's hard right now for us to go the way we need to with everything. And for the longest, man, gosh, Avery was so bad. Oh, he was just terrible, little boy. But he's gotten better now, and he'll actually go downstairs, and to me it was like, well,
There's a part
I wouldn't
sometimes-
send my kid to the nursery with him tearing the walls off of the church,
There's
So I would go down there, and I'm like, I'm not even getting anything out of this, I'm down here, so I just.
Oh, I got that. I get that because kids they're like they got this. I feel like it's a 6-month window that they're just little terrors, and you can't do nothing with them. Nobody can do nothing with them except mom and dad, and that's when you like about wring their necks.
Oh, and you can't do that in the middle of the church. You got to go outside. It's just like if I'm going to create more problems, and of course the church family, they're like.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, we love them like that. We accept them all, and I know it's true. I'm sure it is, and they all really feel that way. But still, the way we're brought up and we're raised, it still means something,
Oh,
you don't get in there and act like that. So now, though, I don't hesitate a bit to take him now because he'll just go downstairs and do his thing or whatever, and they'll teach him in Bible school or the children's church or something like that while we're able to sit up there. So it's gotten a lot better. I don't have that excuse no more.
I do think it's a good habit to be in, though. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
As much as.
But for me, it truly needs to be a habit.
No, absolutely.
I need to have the habit.
I get that. Yeah.
Like I don't need to wake up and go. Right now, this is how it is for us. We going to church tomorrow? We going to church this morning? We going to church today? Whatever. Mm-hmm. We don't need to ask that.
Right. No.
Like it just needs to be.
Yeah.
It needs to be like you're going to work that day. That's how you need to make it.
You got to purpose it in your heart to do that.
Absolutely.
And we're lucky with Everly's travel ball. Most of the time, the tournaments are just Saturday, but this weekend we got a 3-day. I'm hoping it's over on Saturday so we can get back to church because.
How's that work with a 3-day?
They got a camp on Friday, and then they start the tournament and pool play
on Friday.
Yeah, after that camp.
So the actual championship game's gonna be on Saturday.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know yet.
Okay,
we ain't heard back.
You can be like one of my.
I'm hoping. It sounds like they're only taking the top 5 teams to the championship, so I'm hoping maybe we'll be below that and we'll get to come home Sunday and be at church because I hate to miss. I hate it.
Makes you wonder what everybody thinks about you, don't it? It does me.
Well,
look at them people. Ain't been here in a month. What are they doing back over here? They must have done something bad,
Well, that does happen. They think that, and they wonder where your heart's at, and I get that too.
That's just natural because we're all humans.
We're all human, absolutely.
Yeah, that's somebody. That's something creeping in there.
Yeah.
That's somebody creeping in there wanting you to think like that. But
I had a pastor tell me that I was going to go to hell because I used to go out and play music all the time.
They all say that.
Well, no, I'm serious because I used to go out and play music all the time, and I would literally when we we used to play.
But you were playing church music at churches.
Yeah. Undoubtedly that didn't matter. He knew I was, but it wasn't because I was going to his church.
Yeah.
He thought I was going to go to hell for.
Did he know what you were doing?
Yes, absolutely. I needed to be at that church playing the bass instead of going out.
Really?
And we left shortly thereafter. My mom's like, "We're not dealing with that. I will not stand for that." She'd witness it.
Huh.
She asked me, she's like, "What did she tell? What did he say?" I said, "He said I was going to go to hell if I didn't start playing bass here." I was like, "Wow, jeez." She's like, she just shook her head. She's like, "Okay, I'll handle that." She relinquished all of her stuff to the church. Well, she was the part of the women's group or whatever. She's like, "Okay, here you go." She was like the accountant or whatever. She's like, "Y'all can have this. We're out."
Oh, yeah.
And he's still there, a preacher there today. So,
well, I don't know how you can decide someone's fate. That's insane.
I thought I was doing the right thing, but I mean, I was, but you know what I mean. That time I was like, gosh, I've looked up to this cat, you know, and he tells me something like that.
Yeah,
But-
you've really got to get a church where you feel comfortable at.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad you do, Ron. I'm glad you do. We love our church that we go to. The problem is it's so far away. I literally drive past so many churches to get there. It's crazy. Yeah, that's one problem. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, there's one, there's one, there's one. You know, but
Well, these tails ain't too far away, but
no, it's just in town. How many members y'all got?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
I like a small one.
It's small.
Okay.
They're gonna know you, so you're gonna have to show up.
I got a bunch of them. A bunch of people there now. I'm sure it's loud. You know.
Well, Hoss is preacher right now.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Pastor.
I know who he is.
We went to school with him.
Yeah, but I don't know him.
Yeah, I didn't know him in high school either, but he's a good pastor. I like it. I tell everybody his preaching is kind of like a preaching and a Sunday school lesson all together.
That's what you want, though. Yeah, I think you
He'll,
need that. It's,
he goes through it line by line and sticks with it.
Yeah, and that's
He
the
does
way
a good
our
job.
preacher does too.
Yeah.
Well, usually
I don't take anything away from the salvation message, but with a small congregation or a congregation that is pretty much dead set, you know, even 100 members or, you know, or whatever, the salvation message is the most important thing.
Yeah.
But teaching also after we have salvation is a huge part. Our walk is you know, and the preacher, you know, needs to be a stair step to that, you know, where he teaches you those things.
What do you mean? Exactly.
So okay, so
You're talking about.
have you ever been to a
You're talking about
church?
fishers of men.
So have
Right.
you ever been to a church where, and I'm not
Probably not.
well, I'm sure every single Sunday is a salvation message. You're going to die and go to hell.
Yeah, if you don't do this or that, yeah,
Well, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is when you have a smaller congregation, but it's nice to have a preacher who will do like what he's saying is actually teach you instead of
Yeah, I like have a lesson.
Yeah,
have a lesson
yeah,
to preach
instead of-
on.
instead of
preach through the lesson and then it ropes
fire,
back to
hell, and brimstone, and
yeah.
and you're going to go
no,
out
that's
here and
no. I don't want to even. I don't want to sit through that. No, I'd rather have.
yes.
That's the way ours.
That's what
is,
I
too.
meant. It's a good. That's good to have that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't forget the salvation message, but teach me something while I'm there.
Well, you could most likely find something relatable.
Yeah, no,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? That's
yeah.
where it's at. Is that
Yeah.
you know? So,
I'm,
but no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm trying my best to teach Sunday school there with another member, and I'm actually blessed to be a deacon there. Trying to be the best I can for everybody, but of course we all fail time and time again. But just got to seek the Lord's guidance in everything. Just
Yep.
He's right for all of it.
All right, for anyone, all of it, anyone, absolutely.
So, we've gotten through everything. Is that all of it?
I think so.
Everything about Ryan?
As far as I'm aware. What else
Okay.
you want to know?
Definitely the most important.
I believe that's current, right?
Yep.
We are current at this point.
Nothing good about me but Jesus.
That's all of us.
Amen.
Hey, I loved you when you didn't have Jesus, man.
Yeah, I loved you too.
All right, well, guys, thanks for tuning in. This episode got heavy. It got real heavy.
Just a
So,
little.
yeah,
It was very good. It was awesome.
yeah,
It's what the soul needed tonight, for sure. For me, anyway.
yep. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tune in with us next week. We'll figure out who we're going to have on next. Thanks. Continue to watch, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Have a good night.
See y'all next time.